Yeah, I don't live near Terry's house, so don't burn his house down.
Yeah. Please leave me alone. I'm
Yeah.
innocent here.
This is so going on YouTube.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Booth. I am Terry Mayo. I'm your host, and I am very ecstatic because I have the magnificent, the magnanimous, the one and only Miss Christie Shinn.
If you're hearing this recording, I most likely have survived the pandemic and I am bored at home. Or something. Anyway, since we're all sequestered in our homes, where we now probably have ass calluses, an extra 10 to 15 pounds of weight, and probably clinically depressed or otherwise mentally ill, and probably very horny wanting to put bits of ourselves in cacti, there is one thing we can go tell ourselves. We need something else that is demon bitch.
Well, do me a favor, Christy. I know you pretty well, but for anybody who's watching this who probably hasn't had the honor of meeting you yet, tell us who you are, what you're about.
Well, I am the creator of Demon Bitch. She's a low-level demon from the 13th pit of hell, where people throw their dog shit in gum wrappers. And she wants to bring the second coming of Armageddon, but the first one never happened because she is dumb. And so it's based on the girls that I fucking can't stand. They were assholes to me, so I decided to say, you guys are cunts, so I decided to make them. And it's weird because it's like amongst shitty female friends, like if they're just shitty female friends in their own right, I've noticed they have this weird codependent thing, like they all want to backstab each other and be the center of attention. But then at the same time, they just like need to be around each other. Unless if you meet, like there's a antagonist to Demon Bitch called Shitbird, but they're so much alike in a certain way that they just want to kill each other.
Christy, we do something on Behind the Booth. It's called Drawn Out Conversation. In Drawn Out Conversation, I ask you 10 questions, and during that time, you draw something. I will give you some prompts, and if you're down for it, we can get started. So, okay. the prompts that I have for you, and I tailor these especially for you and your expertise. First inspiration for your character is a teratoma tumor.
Okay.
So a teratoma tumor. The teratoma word is basically a monster. So it's a monster tumor. Number 2, Britney Spears, circa 1998.
Yeah, okay. So I got that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then the last prompt I have, pulled this one out of a hat, and it was elote, which is a Mexican street corn. So it's that buttered up corn on a stick that's spicy, mayonnaise, and so put those 3 things together, and that's your new character. So question number 1 for you, Christy. Which part of the process do you find more cathartic, the writing part or the drawing part?
They're kind of simultaneous for me because when I do Demon Bitch, I'll kind of think of something and I'm like, oh, this is what I want to do. And so I'll sketch it out in like red. I don't know. I like red better than fucking non-photo blue. I don't know why. I just like it better because it's more strong, more energy on the paper, even though I'll outline it in black and I'll write a total bunch of messy fucking shit on there that makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. And then like people will start fucking laughing. And I'll do it during my lunch hour. So I would say if I don't laugh like an asshole at some part of the process, then it's not funny.
All right. Question number 2. In-store signings or conventions? What do you prefer?
I like both. They have their own charm. In-store signings, I think, is great because in-store signings tend to have a much more intimate experience. You get to establish a relationship more with the shop owner. You get to talk with your fellow fans or potential fans on a much more quieter level. But, on a con level, it's just bigger scale, except without the comic book store owner. But usually he's over there, like Mike Wellman or any of the other guys like that. But they're at a con. But it's like they're not manning it. But it doesn't make it any less anything. It's just that you get to meet more fans. You can still impress them and wow them by just talking with them and being you and then going on from there.
Yeah. All right. Question number 3. Has there been a Demon Bitch universe character concept that was too far? So anything that you've come up with that you were like, yeah, no, this is just too much.
No, I really haven't. There's sometimes where I felt a little nervous putting a cartoon out. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of like going, okay, so like I really like this cartoonist Johnny Ryan, and he does like some pretty raw shit. Like he did 6911. I won't get into that. You Google that yourself, Johnny Ryan 6911. he does all sorts of offensive shit, but it's funny because it's just this kind of like this naughty kid. And he once mentioned that like there are times where he's like, oh fuck, I don't know. But they said end all I should have done it anyway. So like I do it anyway. And even though I'm kind of a little nervous doing it sometimes, I mean, especially now, like when everybody's like all fucking on edge and shit. But for some reason, people really like it.
Number 4, crowdfunding. Is it a fad or is it a valid method of getting comics out nowadays?
I think it actually is valid. Having done it myself at least 2 times already on my comic book solely, if you want to go purely, I guess, puritanical reasons. So if you're just doing comics and book publishing, it's good to build up an audience and base. If you don't have that in mind and you're just in it for the money, you're going to actually have a higher chance of failing.
So you have a Kickstarter going on right now, but
Yeah.
I picked this Kickstarter up last time. I was one of the lucky ones. But do me a favor and tell us about what's going on with your Kickstarter right now.
Well, currently my Kickstarter is actually like I kickstarted the comics of Demon Bitch, but I also do a little bit of merchandise along with it, and people seem to like it. So they like the pins a lot, they like the books a lot, and the prints. So what I did was that I decided to do something different. Was a shitty tarot deck, because people were bugging me. They're saying like, you need to do a tarot deck, Christy. You need to do a tarot deck, and I was like, I do want to do a tarot deck, but fuck, I didn't feel like doing one. Because like for me, I have to feel like doing it. And it's not like a diva thing. It's just more of like, you know, what's kind of wheeling around in my head creatively at that moment. But there's another style of deck called Lenormand. And Lenormand is another form. It's Marie Lenormand. I actually have a link in the Kickstarter about her. But she was Napoleon's fortune teller, Napoleon Josephine's fortune teller. She was really good and she was really spot on. But all the notes she had were burned up because her grandson was a devout Catholic and just took her money.
And this is going to be one of the pins that you're going to have available in your Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, it's already available. It's like, yeah, that's already available. And then the stretch goals are Cove Thick 19. I was drawing shit and I was thinking of what to do because we were really bored during quarantine. So one of my friends online said, oh, do Cove Thick 19, the dummy thick. So if you guys aren't familiar with hashtag dummy thick, it's like drawing things that are sexy, like with huge tits and ass. Like, it's like insane. It's like dummy thick models. So I like picked that up, and I thought it would be funny. So we were in a weird mood anyway, you know. But so my friend said do Cove Thick 19. So I drew like COVID-19, but with a huge ass and tits. And then it's like one of the things I said is like never trust a big button smile. This girl's poison. Because from Belle of DeVoe, if you guys know that dates me. But that's what we were looking at. We were laughing, and then I just, in the spirit of things, I just drew like a fucking huge titted like plague doctor, but I named it Black Thick DP 51 after the Black Death. And I looked at, like, the thing is, I'll actually look at the pathogen itself or the virus and kind of like see, and like the Black Plague, I forgot what the actual name of the bacteria, because it's a protozoa, I think, but it's like it's kind of like translucently yellow. And it's got kind of a bit of a purple undertone to it, the innards. And what I did was that I just drew it, and it was like, and that pin is glow in the dark. Cove Thick 19 is green glitter. So that's why I really want to just get this passed, just because I want to see them and just see how fucking demented this shit is. Because those two are hard enamel and everything.
When is the end date on that? When is the final date that people could jump in on that?
6/23 is the final day.
So number 5, if Demon Bitch were a movie, who would play the part of Demon Bitch?
Oh God, I think I get Dakota Johnson. I don't know why. Just because that fucking movie 50 Shades of Grey, and she's probably a really nice person, but it's just she always plays these like weird ass irritating roles, and I mean, Demon Bitch is irritating, so why not? It would work actually. I mean, again, I don't have anything personally against the actress. I don't know her, you know. And if people say, you know, Dakota Johnson's pissed that blah, 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 I'm like, I don't fucking, you know, I don't even know her. I just say, like, the role she plays, she can play a pretty fucking annoying bitch, like, sometimes. Like, all right, let's just do it, you know?
Yeah.
If I got, like, the chick that was the blonde woman from Godzilla 1998, I forgot her fucking name.
Yeah.
She's fucking annoying as shit. I would get her, too. It's like, either one, I can't even remember the fucking actress, but it was Matthew Broderick's love interest, and I kind of didn't give a fuck after the first 5 minutes because she pissed me off. So, I mean, I think any actress that would piss me off, I would probably put on. Not a lot of actresses do. I mean, I'm just going by what they do with acting. Maybe just for the fuck of it, I just get Winona Ryder. Why not? You know. I mean, I like Winona Ryder. I just think that would be kind of funny. Like
Question number 6. What's the worst advice someone has ever given you about making comics or art or creativity?
oh man, you know, I'm not really sure I got really bad advice. I would say personal advice for art, like, oh, you should do this, this, and this. I'm like, no, but that's how I am. It's like, no, because I didn't feel it was right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, I didn't feel like that was something I want to do. Oh, but can I? No.
I can see that. I can see that in your personality. Just that, no, that's okay. That's all right. I'm good. Question number 7. Favorite character that you have created and why?
You know, it's kind of hard because I would like to say, sure, it's like everything. They have their own charm. I'm kind of weird that way. Like, I can't say like, oh, it's just this, because it's not really just that, you know? For me, I would actually think that it is, I like Demon Bitch because I like beating her up. It's like, take your ass kicking like a good girl, like that.
All right, question number 8. This is a fight to the death question. So, fight to the death. Alfred, Batman's butler, or Jarvis, the Avengers butler. Who would win?
Oh, that's a tough one. It would depend on their environments. If they were in each other's environments, because then they would be unstoppable. Because, you know, Jarvis, he had to be in Tony Stark's house or whatever, and he has to power everything through Stark or Stark Industries, you know, his house or Stark Industries. Now, with Alfred, I think he was in MI6 or something. Like, I think that's his background. He was a Secret Service for the UK, so I think it's MI6. MI5 is more domestic. And MI6, he probably, it was taught to be more versatile. I would, because if it was in Tony Stark's home, I'd give Jarvis the upper advantage. If it was Batman's and the Wayne Manor, sure. But I'm kind of thinking, okay, if it's a completely neutral ground, it could go either way. I think Alfred might be able to pull it off. I mean, he's got age against him, but he's also very clever. He's very, like, he only shows himself as a butler, but he doesn't really show his other talents. He's actually pretty advanced and very, what shall I say? Very adept for a man of his station.
Right.
So I don't want to go and disservice him. I think it would be close either way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, number 9. We're getting down to the wire here. Number 9. Art groups or lone wolf. So being part of a collective of artists, or just kind of holing up in your house and doing it on your own. Are there benefits to them, or what do you prefer?
I think that both have their uses. I know that sounds maybe a really political answer. It's not really. With art organizations, I generally tend not to go for them. But if they're more interactive, or like online, some like AKA the Facebook groups, if they've got a pretty active and interactive and helpful society within that group or group dynamic, I would say yes, go for it. But don't be afraid to do stuff on your own.
All right, Christy, we are on question number 10.
Okay.
What needs a reboot? Comic, movie, game, TV, whatever it could be. But what, in your opinion, needs to be rebooted now?
Okay, one of two things. I will say 13th Warrior. I actually like the casting. I liked how they told it. I just wish it was longer, strangely. If it was already a long movie, but I didn't feel like it was long enough to talk, like everybody was like all in different I wish they could have told the stories of each of the Vikings more. So maybe like a mini series or something.
That'd be cool. That'd be actually really cool.
Did they actually do a mini series? I know they did a movie of the 13th Warrior.
I remember a movie. I don't remember a show.
Yeah, so there's that, and E.T. because you just need to redo that fucking game because that was shitty. You just need to do it all over, you know, just do it. I mean, even if you put some polygons in there, that would make more sense than that fucking stupid game.
So redo the the Atari ET game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like redo it in better graphics and shit. I mean, I actually personally hate ET. He looks like a big walking pile of dog shit, but at least like do it right. I mean, I actually really hated ET, but I just like, just do ET. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, Spielberg's rich enough. You might as well.
All right, you ready for the big reveal? So, your character inspirations for this new character, Teratoma Tumor, Britney Spears, circa 1998, and elote, a Mexican street corn. Let's see what you came up with. Ah, yeah, look at that. Look at the knockers on that one.
Yeah, because she's malformed, and there's like the elote in her butthole.
Oh my god!
Back there, because
Is that what that is? The elote?
That's how elote in her butthole, and there's another one there. Yeah. She's slimy because they just took her out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, where else would the corn be? Yeah, I mean.
Well, where does corn come from?
The cornhole. Right? All right. Well, all good things must come to an end, Miss Christie. But before you go, I do want to give you a chance to tell us about your Kickstarter one more time. Let us know if we're just scrolling through Kickstarter trying to find something awesome. Why should we stop on Demon Bitch?
You should really stop up on Demon Bitch because it'll make you laugh. Like literally, you read this Kickstarter while drunk. Like I literally got it from a new backer saying, "Oh yeah, you just look like somebody cool to like drink with," because they just were laughing their asses off at the whole fucking thing. So it's like you just need to go and just like read it just to laugh. But you should get the shitty tarot deck because hey, in this time of day and age of 2020, at least like fucking like you get to go and write out like. What is it? You get to go and tell your fortune in the worst way possible or the best way possible. You can also get the dusty face mask at the end when you don't need to cover your face anymore. You can wipe it up with cat piss or whatever accidents that are there. And there's another one where you get the pancreas tits pin. And to commemorate further this event, this historical event, is Cove Thick 19 and the Plague Doctor. One glitters and the other one glows.
Nice. Beautiful, everyone. Special in their own way, I bet.
It certainly is special.
There you go. All right. Well, I've enjoyed every second that we've had together here, Christie. Until we meet again, stay wicked, my friend.
This is so going on YouTube.